probably thinking, oh my goodness, Nick, we've been on this merry-go-round so many dang times. Hello, 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 and a very warm welcome to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. Those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrate yourself, and of course, celebrating others. Go, Poppy, go! So I have a few bags at the moment that I'm absolutely obsessed with, but before I go into those, let's talk about 3 bags that I've been using non-stop for the past few weeks, and I have been loving. I actually don't think I've used a different bag. No, I think for the past 3 weeks, I think these have been the 3 that I've been using, if I'm not mistaken. The first one, I always use this. This is a super duper bag. Oh, I've used an Aspinall Tote in the middle for work, but absolutely love my Longchamp Tote. And this is the reason that I'm thinking about a particular bag on the list that I'm going to talk to you about, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I love this one, and I love you. Hello. Hello, if you're new here, this is Poppy, and she likes to be in every video, and she likes to distract and steal focus, because she's a princess. So, my Longchamp Rousseau Tote, I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. Hands down, recommend that bag. The next one I've been loving is my orange Mulberry Bayswater, Heritage Bayswater. It's stunning with the silver hardware. Love this, such a great pop of colour. It's absolutely gorgeous and glorious. Showstopper. And last but by no means least, one that has not been very well utilised in my collection. And I don't know why, because I really enjoy using it. It's practical, it's a beautiful bag, it's well constructed, it's fabulous. And I don't know why I've not been using it more. My Longchamp Les Pliages Kurt in this beautiful baby pink leather, and I put the scarf on it that I bought at the Longchamp event I went to fairly recently. I think that's what's motivated me to use it, because I was like, the bag's expensive enough as it is, then you throw on a, whatever it was, £90 scarf. It needs to get used. It needs its cost per wear to go up, down, not up, down. So, we've been using it. We've been loving it. We've been enjoying it. I actually really love the strap. They've changed the strap on it for the newer versions, and I actually really love this one because I think it looks great just hanging down on the bag when it's on the crook of the arm. This is a beautiful, beautiful bag. I love it. So I've been using this as well. So I've been really enjoying that. So those are the 3 that I've kind of had on rotation. I've used my pink Aspinall of London Tote, I think once or twice maybe, just because I couldn't be bothered to change my work stuff out. But other than that, I think those are the 3 bags that for about the past 2 weeks, maybe even a bit longer, I've been using pretty much exclusively. And I think they're a great mix. Also, I have a Kurt Geiger unboxing. So I bought these fairly recently. So I'm going to quickly input the footage there, and I'll show you those. So here we have the box for my latest Kurt Geiger purchase. It is a pair of shoes, as you can see, KG Kurt Geiger. These are the variation of a style that I absolutely love, So here they are in this paper. And these are the Kurt Geiger Rapid. So it is a knitted style of trainer. And I absolutely love this style. As you know, I love the Wicked. This, I think, is the successor of the Wicked, because the Wicked's not available anymore. But it's this great knitted, flexible trainer, which I absolutely love. Super comfortable, as you can see here. This is super flexible. I think they're really lovely. I bought mine in a size 43. But yeah, I think I'm going to really, really enjoy wearing and using these. Super easy to pull on and off because of the tabs. They're just a great trainer. They had a few different colours available. You can also throw these in the washing machine, which I greatly appreciate. So yeah, we're going to try them. They were £59, I think, because I bought them at the Kurt Geiger outlet in Birmingham. So yeah, we'll give them a go. They've got a little bit of dirt on them, so I already need to give them a bit of a clean. I've not worn them, but that's obviously just from maybe they've been tried on or something. They're slightly different to the Wicked because they have a more conventional lace rather than the toggle style that the Wicked has, but all good. Look forward to wearing them. Look forward to trying them. Kurt Geiger Rapids. So there is my Kurt Geiger unboxing. So unfortunately, the Wickeds are no longer available, which is my favourite style of Kurt Geiger trainer. I've probably owned 10 pairs over the past 3 or so years. So I've now changed into the Rapids, and I'll let you know how I got on with them, but I think they're absolutely great. They're very similar in style to the Wickeds. They were super duper comfortable in the store. So let's hope that they feel that way in person as well when I start using them a little bit more. I had the option to buy them in almost like a cognac colour. There was white, black, and grey. They're on Shoeaholics. They're on Shoeaholics, which is where you can buy discounted Kurt Geiger pieces, similar to almost like an outlet. So definitely go and check out Shoeaholics if you're interested in Kurt Geiger and you fancy seeing some of their more discounted pieces or former seasons, etc, etc. Now let's talk about the bags that I've been absolutely obsessing over. There are 3 or 4, maybe 5 that I've been obsessing over, and I just can't quite decide what I want to do about them. But a few of them I've spoken about before. Let's start with the first one, the Speedy. I've spoken about Speedy multiple times. I keep thinking about Speedy 35 or Speedy 40 in a monogram. I don't know if I'm that fussed about buying one brand new. Let me know what your thoughts are. Is it worth buying one brand new? I'm not fussed about the patina. I'm not fussed about it looking a little bit more worn in. That doesn't bother me. However, it would maybe be quite nice to get the in-store experience there. Do I care enough about that? I'm not going to be a regular Louis Vuitton customer, so I don't really think it matters. Anyway, I love the capacity of it. I love the look of it. I love a Boston bag style. I'm very familiar with that sort of style and size and shape of bag because I love the Les Pliages from Longchamp. So that's the first one I'm thinking about. Second Louis Vuitton piece, the one that I said is inspired by this. And what made me think about this particular one was Dale's video where she talked about the bag she said, or items she said she wouldn't buy, and then she did. This is the bag that I mentioned in the comment that I left Dale would be the spark for me to make a similar statement. The Neverfull. I've said I don't need a Neverfull, but I've been debating more and more about getting a monogram GM Neverfull. I don't quite know what I want to do with that. I don't know if it will work for me or if it's worth getting. But I am debating it. So a GM Neverfull, because it's a very similar size to this. This is monogrammed from Longchamp, but I love the colours of this one. I don't know. I'm on a bit of a Tote hype at the moment. Not enough to go and buy multiple, but I'm thinking about the Falabella as well, although that's not really on this list, but I'm thinking about the Falabella. I don't know. But the other tote that I keep thinking about and I can't quite get out of my head is the Gucci Supreme padlock tote. I think it's wonderful and fabulous and beautiful, and I can't quite get that out of my head. I have seen one for sale that is the Gucci Supreme monogram or Gucci monogram with a white trim. It's a reasonable price, and there's a part of me that just thinks, Nick, what are you waiting for? Just buy it. I'm very, very tempted by it. I think it's great. Does anyone own this bag? Can anyone recommend? I can imagine it'll be heavy. There's a lot of hardware, but that doesn't bother me. I'm okay with a heavier bag. It's not a problem. I would throw it over my shoulder. I fill my bags up anyway, even if they're very light and I throw them on my shoulder so they get very heavy. I would be okay with it. So that's one that I'm really debating and I think is beautiful. And like I said, I've seen one I really like. So maybe I should just give it a go and see. But it's a tote, long shoulder tote, and I've said a few times I only need the one. But I also loved the Chanel DeVille and the Chanel GST. And this is like a Chanel GST. Maybe I should buy it. Okay, anyway. Moving on from that one that I've talked about so bloody much, and you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, Nick, we've been on this merry-go-round so many dang times. The Celine Phantom and the Celine Trapeze. I just can't get them out of my head. I just can't. So I know I've spoken about it a lot, and the problem that I've got with it is I just think it's such a beautiful bag, and I realised that the reason I think I felt very underwhelmed was when I went and looked at one back at the it must have been mid last year. I went with Steph to London and we went to Luxury Promise and we went to the showroom and I saw this yellow one in fabric and I wanted to love it more than I did. It was £895. I just couldn't justify it. And I walked away and it just felt a bit cheap. But then I love the leather ones and I think they look so expensive and they're so beautiful. And I really do love them because I remember seeing Cassie with her. She had the taupe one when it first came out and it was so beautiful and so well made. And I just loved it ever since seeing hers. And yeah, there's a part of me that thinks maybe I do just need to buy one, try it, see if it works out and go from there. But I realized that something happened. I was going to buy it for a particular reason and for a particular achievement that didn't end up coming off. And I think the disappointment of that whole process was the thing that then made me really struggle with the idea of buying the item still. I still had the money, but I think I was just so disappointed in that moment of what had gone on that I was associating the bag with that negative feeling. And I just thought, I don't deserve it. I was so built up to the idea of it and go, this is going to be that achievement. And then it didn't happen. And I was just so upset about that. I think that was ultimately what made me attribute such a negative feeling to the bag. I still don't believe that the fabric one was the correct one for me. So I'm glad almost because I think I could have ended up spending a lot of money on something that didn't work. However, I do think a leather one could work really nicely for me. So maybe that's what I need to be thinking about instead. So the leather is on my list. Or a trapeze. So I'm leaning more towards a phantom, but the trapeze is on my list in the right color combination. I just haven't found the right color combo yet. I saw one that included pink as part of the color combo. I think the wings were pink, but then it had sand in the tri-color. It was black, sand, and pink, and that just didn't work very well for me. So, hello. So yeah, so that didn't work brilliantly. Anyway, that's that one. And last but by no means least, and this is one I would have to buy pre-loved, I would buy, I think, all of them, bar maybe the Speedy, maybe the Neverfull, maybe the Gucci. I think I would definitely need to buy the Celine pre-loved, and I would definitely need to buy this one pre-loved. But I think most of them I would probably go for pre-loved if I had the option to do so, probably with the exception of the Speedy. That's the only one that I would really, really consider buying new from store, from boutique. But I would love a large Lady Dior. I've spoken about this again lots of times. I've told you about the one that I missed out on that was white leather. It was £1,000. It was in good condition. And I didn't go for it because I didn't really have the money at the time. But looking back on it now, if I knew what I knew now, I would have just gone for it. But it wouldn't have been sensible. So it's one of those things where it was right at the time, but wrong for now. And I haven't had the opportunity since. There was also a beautiful fabric one that had perspex handles, a Luxury Promise that was about £800. That again, I didn't have the money, but now I wish I'd just bought it, but I didn't have the money. And it's very easy to look back and go, you should have just bought it. Yes. Hello. But yes, I would love a large Lady Dior. I think it would work really well for me. I love the fact that it's that large top handle, but you could also throw a shoulder strap on it. I think it's a cool bag. I love that it's got that very prim and proper look to it, but there's then a way of dressing it up and making it a little bit edgier. And yeah, it's one that also just constantly whirs round in my head. All of these are bags that with the exception of the Neverfull, because I've never said about wanting a Neverfull before, but I've spoken about it. And the Gucci is a new one that I've introduced. But I think the Speedy, the Celine Phantom, and the Dior, I've always spoken about. I've always said how they're on my list. I've always put them on a wish list. And maybe at some point, I just need to buy one of them. I don't need to buy all three. I can't buy all three. But, you know, sensibly, I can't buy all three. I've got other things I've got a cat to pay for. You're an expensive little madam, aren't you? But you're worth every penny. But yes, I I just think I need to buy one of them and just go for it and stop sitting in front of this camera and talking about them. I just need to go for it. But knowing me, I'll choose one of them and it'll be the wrong one. I'll choose the Dior and I should have bought the Phantom, and then I'll be sat in the thing going, why did I buy the Dior? I should have bought the Phantom, and oh, it'll be a whole cycle. So maybe if anyone owns all three and is open to letting me borrow them, I would love to try one and see if it works. Maybe I need to see if there's like a bag rental service, or I don't know. But the one I really do think, if I was going to go for it, the one I'm most seriously considering, and I've been hovering over the buy button for a while now, is the Gucci, followed by the Phantom, followed by the Speedy, followed by the Dior, followed by the Neverfull. However, they are all pretty serious contenders in my mind. Because I was debating the Coach Tabby, the larger flat bag. I've used my Kurt Geiger flat bags a couple of times and I've realised they're the only ones I need. So that was fine. I'm good with the variations I've got, the number of them I've got. I don't need any more. So I'm good there. I'm always open to another Bayswater. I'm always open to another Aspen of London, London Tote, another Rousseau, another, you know, I'm always, anything from MCM. Like, I'm always good to try something new and something different, and I'm open to being sideswiped by an item I wasn't expecting. But these 5 are currently my rotation of looking on Luxury Promise, Designer Exchange, Bagista, Arm Candy Bag Company, you know, Celine Knightsbridge, hardly ever worn it. You know, these are the ones that I'm always typing in to see what versions have come up. So, yes. Sorry if you find it very distracting, me, you know, stroking the cat. But she's very affectionate, as you can see, and she likes to spend time with me. So, yeah, hopefully you don't mind, because this is our setup. So it's now Living Life Loud with NJS and PS. Do you have a middle name? Princess. PPS. Poppy Princess Snell. Princess Poppy Snell. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Anyway, that's where we're at. Thank you so much for sticking with me if you're here until the end, because this was all a bit waffly. This went in many different directions. We talked about a few different things. I didn't want to put all of this into separate videos, so I thought, you know what, I'll share the 3 bags I'm loving right now. I'll share the Kurt Geiger piece. I'll talk about this all in one, and then I'll figure out what comes next from a scheduling perspective. But if you've got any ideas of videos that you'd love to see, please do let me know, or if there's a topic you'd like an opinion on. I'm never shy about sharing one of those, and I'm never short of an opinion either. So just let me know what you're thinking, let me know what you're enjoying, and thank you so much as always for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.